Namaste and welcome to each and every one of you from Dhananjaya Kumar. In this video, the topic is duality. Duality is a way of looking at the world, the universe, the existence, the creation as two. The knower and the known, the creator and creation, the subject and the object. So that is one way to understand the reality and to know about existence. Another way is unity or non-duality, which means the knower and known are not separate. The creator and creation are not separate. The subject and the object are actually one, because the subject influences the object and object influences the subject, and in certain states of mind, the subject becomes the object or the object becomes the subject. It's a deeper topic, but today I have brought to you a few very, very deep quotations from great minds. And my quotations are from this book, Soul Speaks to the Seeker. It has about 1500 such quotations, and I am bringing to you a few at a time. And the main purpose of my doing this is to be of some help to students, teachers, scholars, researchers, speakers, writers, and leaders. So the first quote is by Amaury de Reincourt. It's a name I'm probably not pronouncing correctly. Amaury de Reincourt. The West's ultimate goal is to know about and relate to the ultimate object. The West's ultimate goal is to know about and relate to the ultimate object. The East's goal is to identify with and be the ultimate subject. So, as I was mentioning earlier, these are two main ways to look at the existence. Duality is one and non-duality is another. So, as I mentioned earlier, duality is when you are seeing two-ness, separation of yourself from the world. You are different from the world. You are the subject observing the world. Similarly, that duality seeps into other aspects of your life. You versus the other. Other people are other. Nature is other than you. Other life forms are other than you. So, this is one way to look at it. And non-duality is that you are part of the whole. You are not separate. Creator is present in the creation. So that's the two ways to look at things. And the next quotation is by Rumi. Out beyond the ideas of right doing and wrongdoing. Out beyond the ideas of right doing and wrongdoing, there is a field, I will meet you there. So what Rumi is saying essentially is journey from duality to non-duality. So first part of this sentence is out beyond the idea of right doing and wrong doing. In other words, we tend to divide the world into what I like and what I don't like, what is good and what is bad, what is pretty, what is ugly. So not only we believe that we exist in duality, but we also divide the outside world in two aspects. One I like, one I don't like. One is good, one is bad. So, beyond the idea of right doing and wrong doing, there is a field. That field he is referring to is non-duality, where I will meet you. I will meet you there, in that field, where no duality exists. In other words, when I meet you there, it will not be two of us meeting. It will be one and the same. You will be me and I will be you. So that is the hint that he is conveying. This brief quotation is by Friedrich Nietzsche. Man is a bridge, a link joining two different shores. It can be interpreted in many ways. Man is a bridge, a link joining two different shores. Now, what are two different shores? Two different shores could be, as I listed earlier, subject, object, me versus you, me versus nature, etc. So, the quotation is that man is a bridge, a link joining two different shores, which means we as humans have a unique special quality which is probably not found in other life forms, in other objects. And that is the level of our consciousness. We are self-aware, and by expanding, enhancing our self-awareness, we can encompass the other. So we are the bridge, which means at a subhuman approach, without this level of awareness and consciousness, and the natural world, the super conscious world, which is aware of all this, and we are part of that. So with our level of understanding and our awareness, we can connect the two. We are the bridge we are the centerpiece not a center point, but we are in the middle of everything. Where there is division, we with our understanding, wisdom and consciousness, we can imagine and convey the sense of non-duality. The last one is also by Rumi. It is necessary to note that opposite things work together even though nominally opposed. In other words, just in the name, they may look to be opposite or different, but those opposite things are actually working together. They may look different. I can give some very simple examples. So I'm looking outside. The tree looks quite different from me. Things happen to tree differently than happens to me. But how we are connected? The tree absorbs carbon dioxide and releases oxygen, which I need. I release carbon dioxide and intake oxygen, and the opposite happens with the trees. So we are connected, not only connected, but totally interdependent. And not only interdependent, but actually two parts of one, two aspects of one. Similarly, when we look at the earth or the planets and the sun and moon, the stars, the stuff that is made in stars, star collisions, heavy elements, are what my bones and many parts of my body and earth is made of. The earth is not made of stuff produced on earth, especially for life forms. So where actually is the origin of the constituents of my construction is not all produced on earth. It comes from outer space. The asteroids, comets have dropped on earth, we have water. So in a broader sense, it's actually quite a fun and enjoyable experience to imagine that we are not independent and separate, but we are totally dependent and together with nature, with society. And actually, I feel that a lot of conflict in society is probably because every group thinks they are separate, different, and special and better than all the others. So once we serve as the bridge from duality to non-duality, all these conflicts will drop and we will use that energy, resources that we save because of conflict. Because of conflict, we spend those resources, our time, attention, energy, we will save if there is no conflict. Then what happens? We will channel those energies and resources to further upliftment of our awareness, well-being, peace, tranquility, imagination, and perhaps super technologies than we have today. Technology is good, it helps, but it also complicates sometimes, as I'm going through as a novice. So maybe superior technologies which are not based on depletable resources, which are based on vibrations and energy. We can convey messages without wires and without devices. We can receive messages. We can probably use electromagnetism, the entire spectrum, not only light spectrum, but the whole range of electromagnetic waves to communicate and to develop the ideas of movement, of communication and exchange of views and thoughts without surrounded by lots of technology, wires, devices, remotes and all that, and they often break down and we get frustrated. So I think I'm probably going a little bit away from the topic, so I'll close it now and come back to you with another topic. Thank you.